Welcome back, my wasted youth. This is Rev taking you through Pokemon Special Pikachu Edition the right way. When last we left our intrepid hero, we had completely finished the Safari Zone. Well, almost. See, ultimately there are still 4 Pokemon that we have not caught. 3 of them we haven't even seen yet. 1 of them we have, but we're not there yet. So right now, all we're going to do is just go right back to this place. That's right. Safari Zone Warden's House. Now, why is that? Well, it turns out that we have got, dentures. Yeah, so all we're going to do is just talk to this guy, and there we go. We gave him his gold teeth, and he is going to pop his teeth in, and now he's going to speak English. Man, this is great. I know, I had no idea. I agreed to something, but I had no idea what I agreed to. So all of a sudden, we get HM04. Now, HM04 is Strength, which is perfect. Check this out. Right. So now we actually have Strength. So what we're going to do is go right into the items, right down to the very bottom, and we are going to use HM04. That's right, so we are going to teach it to, how about Snorlax? Yep, that sounds great to me. So now, if we just go to Pokemon and into Snorlax, we will be able to use Strength to move boulders. Perfect. And for our troubles, we get, a rare candy. Yeah, because you know how much I love rare candies. That's okay. See, now, well, we are effectively finished Fuchsia City for now, which means we have got 2 different directions we could go. Well, what we're going to do is we are actually going to go to the right. Almost. We're not quite there yet. See, what we would like to do right now is go right back into the Pokemon Center and trade for 2 brand new Pokemon. So what we're going to do now is we are actually going to trade 2 Pokemon. One has been on our We're Allowed to Trade For list for quite some time. The other one is going to be a brand new replacement for our next. Wait a second. It's not really a cup event this time. In this case, we are going to be trading for, well, you'll see. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of, well, the Pidgey, and in exchange, we are going to trade for an Arbok. Yes, we've had Arbok on our We're Allowed to Trade For It list for quite some time, since, well, Lavender Town, if I'm not mistaken. So, that's great. Now that's 1 more that we don't need to deal with. But wait a second. What is the second one we're going to trade for? Well, see, it turns out that our next cup event isn't really going to be a cup event. See, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be taking on Pokemon Tower. Yeah, that's right. What that means is the earliest that I would feel comfortable taking on Pokemon Tower is at level 50, and that's what we're doing right here. So we're going to bring in 6 brand new replacements that are all level 50. Then our next cup event is going to be somewhere between level 51 and level 55. But for now, we are going to have a brand new Charmeleon named Steampunk. And man, that's great. So, well, let's see how this goes, shall we? We have got a lot that we still have to do. And now with that, let's actually take a look at the Pokemon we have before we put them back into the PC. We're going to start out with Steampunk here. Now, like I've said, Steampunk is going to be for the, well, Battle Tower area instead of our next cup event. Now take a look at what we've done here. What I've done is, instead of allowing Charmander to evolve as soon as I could, I waited until he was level 46. Right. See, Charmander will gain Fire Spin at level 46. So, now, is that a smart move? Oh, definitely not. Fire Spin is actually a really low-level attack, but when combined with Toxic, it could work really well. And now for the next one, we are going to look at Arbok. So, perfect, man. This is our Arbok. So now I tell you what, how about if we go right back into our Pokemon and see who I've switched everything up to? Yeah, see, look at this. Right now we have 6 Pokemon in our group that we can actually evolve right now. So I tell you what, how about we do exactly that? let's go, hey, Moonstone, perfect. Let's use the Moonstone and raise up. Well, how about Jigglypuff? Of course, why not? So now this Jigglypuff is going to evolve into something that we have not seen yet, which is perfect. So, wait a second. What is Wigglytuff? Wigglytuff is a normal type that can evolve from Jigglypuff through use of a Moonstone, by which point the only move it has to have is Sing, which Jigglypuff will learn at level 1. If you evolve your Jigglypuff early, Wigglytuff will not learn any moves on its own. However, this one can learn a ton of TMs that will give it move types of Ice, Water, Psychic, Thunder, Fire, all over the board. This one is definitely versatile. And the big sell for Wigglytuff is this one has got a massive amount of HP. It is a defensive disadvantage to fighting types and an offensive advantage to, well, nothing. Wigglytuff's name came from 2 words, wiggle and tuff, like the tuft of hair on its head. Okay, so that's great. Now, all we gotta do is just go right back in here, and this is our Wigglytuff. Perfect. Level 3, only 1 ability. Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, so who's next on the list? NEJI. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. Let's go right back into our items, right down to the bottom, and we will find, yeah, one of those. Perfect. So we are going to use the Firestone on NEJI. Yes, that's right. Now, this Vulpix is going to evolve into our very own Ninetales. Man, that's great. We have seen a Ninetales before, so that's wonderful. But now what? Well, who's next on the list? Pyro. Oh, yes, that Eevee. Perfect. Well, I tell you what, how about if we use one more Firestone on Pyro? And Pyro is going to evolve into... Yes, that's right, here it is. Pyro is going to evolve into Flareon. But, wait a second. We haven't actually seen a Flareon. So I tell you what is Flareon?
Flareon, the flying Pokemon. Flareon is the evolved form of Eevee. The air it inhales is ignited by a flame inside its body and expelled as fire.
Flareon is a fire type that can evolve from Eevee through use of a Firestone. In Pokemon Yellow, the only way you're going to get an Eevee is to find one, by which point it will already be level 25 and have Tackle, Sand Attack, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack. Well, here's the problem. Even if you evolve Eevee immediately into Flareon, Ember is only learned at level 16. Wait a second. 16? But we don't get it till level 25. I think we've just missed out on Ember. At level 30, Flareon can learn Bite, at 36, Fire Spin, and at 42, Smog. Now, Flareon is definitely the least popular of the 3 Eevee evolutions for Generation 1. However, this one has definitely got a great attack and special stat. And its HP and defense are definitely above average, just not as good as some of the others. Flareon can learn a few TMs like Toxic, Body Slam, and even Fire Blast. Nothing to make this one game-breaking, but it is definitely one of the more powerful Fire-type Pokemon. It is a defensive disadvantage to Water, Ground, and Rock types, and an offensive advantage to Grass, Ice, and Bug. Flareon's name is a combination of 2 words. First, the word Flare, and second, Eevee's original name, Eon. Okay, that's perfect. And just like that, now we are going to Sparky. Well, you know, Sparky is the another Eevee. So let's go right back down and we will go to the Thunderstone. Now, remember, Eevee and Pikachu are going to be the only 2 Pokemon in Generation 1 that can actually evolve through use of the Thunderstone. So, perfect, man. Now we've got our very own Jolteon. That is great, but we're not done yet. No, we're not. See, we have actually got one more Thunderstone. So I tell you what, we are going to use this on this Pikachu. Yes, I know, that's great. We traded for this Pikachu a long time ago, and now that's right. We have got a level 3 Raichu. Hey, perfect, man. But that still leaves one more Pokemon in our little group right now that we have not evolved yet. And it turns out that, well, why not? Tell you what, how about if we just use the Water Stone on Dribbles? Now, if you'll remember, Dribbles was that one more Eevee that we got from Pokemon Blue. Perfect. So now we are going to have all of our evolutions for Generation 1 of Eevee. And wait a second, we've never even seen this before. So, what is Vaporeon?
Vaporeon, the bubble jet Pokemon. Vaporeon love fresh, clean water and can make their bodies melt away into water as well.
Vaporeon is a water type that can evolve from Eevee through use of the Water Stone. By the time we get an Eevee, it will already be level 25 and have the abilities Tackle, Sand Attack, Tail Whip, and Quick Attack. And again, here's the problem. Vaporeon is supposed to learn Water Gun at level 16, but we can't even find it till level 25. So I guess we've just lost out on Water Gun. However, Vaporeon will learn Bite at level 30, Haze at 42, and at 47 it will learn Acid Armor. Now, in Pokemon Red and Blue, Vaporeon can learn Mist at level 48. Well, exclusive to Pokemon Yellow, it will learn Aura Beam at level 36. Now, if you didn't choose Squirtle as your starting Pokemon, this one is definitely a great water type. It has super high HP and a great special, but, let's face it, could be a little faster. Vaporeon can learn a good number of TMs, including Toxic, Body Slam, Ice Beam, and even Surf. It is a defensive disadvantage to electric and grass types and an offensive advantage to fire, ground, and rock. Vaporeon's name is a combination of two words, Vapor, like water vapor, and Eon, which was Eevee's original name. Oh, see, that's great! And so now, just like that, we have got, well, a lot more for our Pokemon. Brilliant. So I tell you what, now I'm just going to switch up the party and go right back to it. Now that we've got our regular party back together, we can actually just carry on with where we were going, which, believe it or not, finally is right out of Fuchsia City. Man, that's great. So, where are we going now? Well, see, it turns out that all we're going to do is just go right back to Lavender Town. I know, it is that easy. Up here we have a couple of brand new things, like, for example, okay, we're looking in binoculars, small island. Huh, I guess we're gonna have to go there. Hi, how are you? I do, man, you have been following me the entire game. Only 50 kinds? Oh, man, we definitely got that. Yes, I have. For sure I have. Yes, great, man. But now get this. Experience All is absolutely wonderful. If you can use it, definitely use it. However, here's the problem. I will not be using it in this LP. I'm going to use it for one battle just to show you what it is, but at that point I'm going back to the Pokemon Center and putting it away. You'll see why. Whoa! Very cool, man. Huh. Okay, so now all we're going to do is go right back out this side. And out here we are going to run into, well, this trainer, and here is why we're not going to be using Experience All. Yeah, I'd love to play with your Pokemon. Now, this particular trainer has got, nothing really all that major, to be honest. But get this. Right. First off, here's Lapras. I'm going to try straight out to see if we can actually do any real amount of damage. Now, Acid is probably going to hurt. I'm not really too worried about it. Right, and here's why. Here's the problem with Experience All. Now, Lapras is the only one who actually hurt that Bellsprout, but everybody is going to get experience. First off, that is a great way of giving everybody an equal amount of points. The problem is that it takes so long to run through the experience points that it's just more time-consuming than anything else. Okay, now Sleep Powder is never really going to be an issue. And here's why. Right, so just like that, we are going to get hit with Acid one more time. That's perfectly fine with me. Why? Because we're just going to use one more shot of Body Slam. And this Oddish is probably going to go down. That's right. So, now like I've said before, Lapras is capable now of holding its own, which is great. But still, as you can see, this Experience All is just taking a very long time. So no, I'm not going to change. Out comes Tangela. Man, we just caught you. That's fine. Let's see how much damage. That much, huh? Oh, that's bad. Okay, so I'm actually going to see if I can put this thing to sleep, and then, well, maybe do some stuff to it. Okay, so it doesn't affect. That's not going to help at all. Okay, now let's see if we can confuse it instead. Now, Bind Mist, here comes Confusion, which is definitely going to help, and now we're going to sing. Right, this way, even if it does actually hurt itself, hopefully it won't be that bad to us. It's asleep, now we can just Body Slam it into oblivion, and that should be the end of it. Man, that's great. So let's see if this actually works. So here comes Body Slam. It really doesn't do all that much, but since that's what we're just going to sit back on, we may even be able to have Lapras gain some experience or gain another level out of this, which would be great. So with one more Body Slam, it's just enough to take it out, and perfect. So everybody gained some experience. Lapras didn't go up a level. That's okay. And everybody gains the experience. Right. So this is going to be the last fight that we see that Experience All. I will be using it, but I'm going to use it off screen just to fill out the Pokedex. You okay? Oh, I think that's probably a good idea. But now, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this episode. This has been Rev taking you through Pokemon, Special Pikachu Edition, the right way. Thanks for watching. Till next time.